What is going on, everybody? We are back with another video, this time Enrage Warrior. Enrage Warrior is probably my favorite deck this year. As much as I like Soul Demon Hunter, I think Enrage Warrior kind of fills that itch of going face really well with little control and combo. It's really a combo aggro deck. And even though I didn't understand when it came out in Ashes of Outland, picking up in Skullomance and now again in Darkmoon for a little bit, and then again with the new card Nitroboost Poison, which is absolutely nutty. Just feels really good. So in this game, it's a shorter video. I feel like a lot of the videos I've been putting out recently are 20 plus minutes long, and that's just a lot, and it takes a long time to upload. But also my channel has also become a lot of Rogue and Warlock, so I want to mix up a bit of the class that's near and dear to my heart. Warrior with an archetype that I love. So guys, in this video, we're going to play a game that's going to combo Rogue. Remember to hit that subscribe button and leave a like, and I will see you all later. Take it easy. We're actually going to be doing this in voiceover midway through the recording. My OBS decided to start clipping audio and messing up with all the levels. Don't know why that happened, but we roll the punches. We do it in post. Whatever. It's fine. So in this matchup, I am originally thinking that this is aggro Rogue. And this deck, unless we get Risky Skipper, probably is not that good into aggro Rogue. With the Armor Smith, it'd be phenomenal. We don't draw it. I also wanted you guys to know before this video gets going that in about a minute 15-30, we're going to speed up the game a little bit. My opponent takes some long turns and I make some pretty uninteresting decisions. So when we get to that part, just be aware of that. And we'll still walk through the plays, but I didn't really want 5 minutes of nothing really going on. So at this point, I'm either thinking they have an awful hand or they are combo Rogue. And on this turn, they will show us that they are combo Rogue, because they're going to play this Questing Adventurer just naked. Like, if you're a Rogue, why are you playing Questing Adventurer with no buffs or no security? Especially against a Warrior. Warrior has Sword and Board for 1, Minefield for 2. I had Warmaul Challenger. It just clears the board. It's a play that's weird. So now that we're speeding up the game now, because over the next few turns, not a lot happens on my end. They take some time. So what happens here is they have what's the card called? Foxy Frauded the Miscreants. And they get some lackeys, and they're taking a little bit of time, but they get a taunt lackey here. And it's really, really hard for me to get through this minion. Off the top, actually, a Scythe, which is in this deck, would be phenomenal to get. We get Cash, again, hoping for Scythe. We get Ankar. Now, my next thought process is we have Ankar now. Let's try and get Risky Skipper. Unfortunately, off the top, we have Sword Eater, and there's not much else we can do. We probably should have swung the 1/5 into their 1/4, make it a little easier for us, but I actually don't think it would matter too much based on what happens next. So basically what's going to happen over the next few turns is they're going to go off and generate a ton of value, as well as deal a bunch of damage to me, while I dig for Risky Skipper. Unfortunately, because our deck does have a lot of pirates, we have 2 Sword Eaters, we have 2 Risky Skippers, and we have the 1-mana 1/2, whose name I can never remember. And because I am thinking of cutting out that 1-mana 1/2, you can see me trying to think through what I want to do also, but we get the 1-mana 1/2, the Sky Raider, that's what it's called. And I play that, we generate another Sword Eater. So we just have a whole bunch of big swordmen. Now, here's what I'm thinking here. We have the cutting class. We can draw 2 cards next turn, or we can tutor a card next turn. Neither of those guarantee a skipper. Obviously, the Ankar guarantees a little more. We have 2 skippers and 1 Sword Eater. But what my plan here is to decrease the cost of that cutting class, save my face a little bit, and see if that works. They're going to Secret Passage here. Whenever Rogue Secret Passages, the idea should really be that you're going to end up with more cards than you had in your hand to begin with, because you have cards like Swindle, Wand Thief, Pharaoh Cats, just cards that generate so much value. It's a bit ridiculous. But they're going to take out my Sword Eater, I'm going to play another Pharaoh Cat. They have a whole bunch of Reborn minions. They can clear my 1/2. They just go face. Like, they're kind of having a field day right now. We really need that Risky Skipper. Well, off the top, we draw a Bomb Wrangler. So we're going to start by drawing. We get another Bomb Wrangler and a Battle Rage. Unfortunately, that's not what we're looking for. We'll kill the 1/1. Now, there is something to be said for actually not clearing their 1/1 and just doing nothing. They have a full board right now, and it's really hard for them to pop off, like what they're about to now, knowing what I know now, with this Roll Kick Master or another minion. If I just do nothing, they're just pushing attack damage at that point, but that's about it. But see, now they're getting value off of SI7 Agent, Brain Freeze, they prep Eviscerate, and they can push even more damage. So in this matchup, it might be a good idea to think of, if their board's full, maybe you just don't do anything. And I mean, they just pushed me down from 20 plus health to 9, which is crazy. But off the top, to defy the odds, we get a skipper, and we go Armorsmith. We do the grand old combo. We copy the Armorsmith, clear their board, and we're even going to use our Enrage here in a second to clear their SI7 Agent. We just got 10 extra health. Clear the SI7. We're not worried right now about activating combos. We're more worried about surviving to get to the point where we can activate those combos. So that was good. We have hopefully stabilized. While they take their turn, we're back to normal speed now, by the way. While they take their turn, I do want to say that I'm surprised Risky Skipper didn't see a change at all in its time in Standard. I mean, it's still here for 2 months, and it could be changed like last minute and then reverted, but I doubt it. Like, this card has just such a whole bunch of powerful things that can do. It activates Enrage. It made Enrage Warrior an archetype. It activates Armorsmith. It activates Battle Rage. It's so good. So we're hoping, speaking of Battle Rage, we are hoping to activate next turn and draw 5. But you're going to see here that they're going to clean up our Armorsmiths a bit, which does give us health. We're just going to let them do it, though. It's taking, I should have sped this up, too. They're just taking their time. But no, you should, like, I tease, but this, because this is in post, it's not in the game. You should always think through your plays. Make sure you're making good plays, meaningful plays. They cleared our Armorsmith up. We did get to heal a little bit. And we're going to test for Counterspell first, because I'm afraid this could be Counterspell. We do want the card draw. And there we get 4 attack, and then we're going to draw 3. Drawing 3 is still really good. 5 would be better, but 3 is fine. And that's something we can activate with Core Crown. Now we're looking for Enrage Combo Activator. Now, I think I do want to play that Blood Boil Brute, but I know I need to attack first, or else Skipper's going to activate. And I can't do it now. That's unfortunate. One play would have been to actually trade the Skipper off, play the Blood Boil Brute, then go face. That's a play. I think at this point, just because it was really awkward for them to deal with our board last turn, we're still in a pretty good position. They're going to play a second questing adventure here, which luckily we can take out pretty easily. We have a few ways to do it. If we want to use a Kor'kron Elite, we can also send in Grom and give him 10 attack, or we can just play the second Blood Boil Brute. It's all options that we have, and they all work out pretty cleanly, some better than others. It only has 4 attack, but the second Blood Boil Brute kind of cements that we're just going to send in our Blood Boil Brute, armor up, pass. And what's kind of telling me right now is last turn, they couldn't deal with our board. They had to use a Coerce, and they used a bunch of mana to do it, so I don't think their hand is very... I think it's a little awkward. So they're going to play a Fairy Dragon, as well as Brain Freeze, then trade the 2-1 into our Blood Boil Brute. And then they're going to Head Crack again, as well as go face with their weapon. This just shows that so much of their stuff has just kind of been gassed. They create a ton of value early on, but they couldn't... Either they generated poor value or value that wasn't what they needed. So I was thinking about playing the Blood Boil Brute here again, but I can trade the Warmaul Challenger in, and then also play the Blood Boil Brute and set up some pressure. It's a total of 6 on board right now. I am thinking here if I want to kind of set up for something else, maybe play like a Kor'kron Elite and just try and see if maybe it gets damaged next turn, or if I want to copy the Warmaul Challenger. I'm thinking through all that. It's just good to like think through this stuff a little bit, but ultimately playing a 5/8, a well-statted minion for 6 is pretty good, is really good. And this is one of the Reborn minions they got. They got their Colossal, which means their hand can't deal with this, and they need to set up their own pressure. I'm guessing one of the mage spells they got burns, so they're probably trying to set up for that. Sorry, I set my mic. We're going to Battle Rage first here, drawing 2 cards. Always draw first. And that's going to find us lethal. Enrage, at this point, I'm just counting. We have 6 on board, 4 from Core Crime, plus an extra 5 would equal 9 times 2 is 18. So yeah, on board, we have 24 damage, which is more than 19. We have lethal. So we're going to Enrage this, Shield of Honor, copy it, push 18, then we're going to lag a little bit, and they're going to concede before we can get the final attack in. But man, it's such a cool deck. I love playing this deck, guys. Thank you for sticking with me through this voiceover. I will see you later. Leave a like and subscribe. Take it easy, and keep enjoying Ladder. See ya.